We have a CLS in for a major service, minor service, sorry, and we've got another CLS in for another service, and we have a CLK 350. Ta-da! CLK 350. This has M272 engine. Lots of faults on these engines, get a bit of a bad rep, unfortunately. This engine is fairly well renowned for a few common faults. Some of them are a bit overblown, in my opinion. Some of them do happen quite frequently. This one is in for oil cooler filter gasket, the one that sits between the filter housing and the block. So particularly this has a gasket, and you can see on this one it's really messy and got coolant and oil everywhere. The coolant is because we removed the thermostat housing to get this actually off. What we'll do is we'll replace the gasket on here. We'll also replace the gasket between the cooler and the housing as well, and all the bolts. We're also going to replace the belt, because there's no point in having a belt that is covered in oil, because eventually that will fail, leave you stranded. A few other problems that affect this car, or this engine particularly, are intake manifold tumbler flaps, which you can't really see. They're just under here. They're made of plastic, and when the car gets a bit older, they tend to snap. It will set a tumbler flap potentiometer fault code in the engine ECU that will guide you. There's a good set of repair kits available now for these. You don't have to replace the whole inlet manifold, as Mercedes like to do. The other problems that affect this car, which can be quite costly to repair, are balancer shaft failures, or the gears on the end of the balancer shaft more particularly. There's a batch of affected engines that have this problem, and when the problem occurs, you'll typically initially get a check engine light that says the intake cam and the camshaft plausibility is out of sync, or something along those lines. My opinion is that most of the ones that have failed would have failed by now. So it's just something to keep an eye for. If you're looking to buy one of these and the check engine light is on, it's always worth to have a quick scan to make sure you don't have one of those cam crank sync plausibility fault codes. The other problems you get are the camshaft sensors and the cam adjuster seals leak into the loom. Again, it's quite a common fault. This one's already had the blocker installed, so you can see there that that one's been sorted. Otherwise, they're pretty robust engines. They replaced the M112 outgoing engine. They've got variable cam and exhaust, variable intake cam and variable exhaust cam adjusters compared to the outgoing engine. So a bit more power, a bit more economy. Otherwise, very similar to the old engine. So yeah, we'll get this off. And then we will pop it on the bench and show you what's broken on it. Here we've got the housing off, and so this is how it is sort of on the car, what we were looking at before on the video. This is going to be cleaned up here. We're going to change the gasket that's here. We're also going to change this lovely seal. You can clearly see where it's been leaking on the face of the block. We're going to give this a nice tidy up. We've got coolant that goes in and out through these channels. You've got oil that goes in and out through these channels. Ends up going through the filter and coming back and then ending up in the sump after it's exchanged the heat with the coolant, purely for emissions and to get the engine oil up to temperature quicker. So we're going to give us a tidy, and we'll pop it back on the car, and that's where we'll be next. Okay, here we are, all back on, engine cleaned up as much as possible. Always change the filter whenever you break into the cooling system. You don't want bits of crap floating around. That will be dried off as well. New belt, cleaned up all the pulleys, and then you should be good to go.